recorded a power class in a while. All right, we're starting standing. Sorry in advance. Oh, so we'll come to the top of our mat. Anybody joining at home, feel free to play anything that works for you. You hear it, Tony? There you go. Like, that's pretty quiet. Again, having my earbuds in. So find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Take your feet nice and wide. Roll your shoulders back and down. And take your palms to face forward. And then from here, take your hands to the small of the back. Press your elbows back, lift your heart, stack your knees over top of your ankles. Bring your right ear over towards your right shoulder. It might even feel good to grab that left wrist and reach towards the other pocket. Bring the head to center. Bring the ear over to the other side and then grabbing your wrist. Bring your head back to center, interlace your hands, bow forward into the forward fold, and then maybe sway from side to side. Scoop the hands out in front, find a little chair pose, Uttanasana. And then exhale, come all the way up to stand. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sit right back into your chair. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, come back into Uttanasana chair, holding it there. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale. Step back with your right foot, find your runner's lunge, and then start to rock forward and back. And from here, bend back into your front knee and step your back right foot behind your left so that you're crossing your ankles. So my right foot's coming to the outside of my left foot. Finding your forward fold. And then step that same foot right back into your lunge, bend into your knee, lift yourself up to your crescent lunge. Dipping down with that back knee for 3. Lengthen your front leg. Dipping down for 2. And lengthen. And for 1. Lengthen, bring your hands to your hips, step your back foot in, find pyramid pose. So my back right foot is about a 45 angle from the long edge of my mat. Start to bend back into your front knee, heel toe your back foot, and then bring the knee down to the earth. Right hand to the earth, left arm finds a twist. Take that hand and scoop it behind the thigh as you tuck your chin. Reach the arm up to the sky. Bring that hand behind the thigh, tuck your chin. Lower the hand and then step up to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Reach, rise, we'll come all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's add that chair back in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit into Uttanasana chair. Active through your inner thighs, tucking that pelvis, engaging your core. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Left foot steps back into our runner's lunge and then start to rock forward and back. From here, we're going to stack that knee back over top of our ankle, step forward, and then right behind that right ankle, coming into your forward fold with that little cross of the legs. Even out the hips. It should feel as if someone's drawing the right hip up to the sky for you. Then back into your front knee. Pick up that back leg, step it long. Then into your knee, lifting yourself up to crescent lunge, and lower down just with the knee for 3, and lengthen for 2, and lengthen, and for 1. Bring your hands down to frame your foot, bring your back knee down, and tuck your toes. Left hand to the earth, right arm reaches up in your twist. Bring that hand behind the thigh, tuck your chin around your spine. Inhale, arm up. Bring that hand behind, tucking your chin around the spine. Lifting that arm, actually, no, bring the hand down. And then step your back foot in a little closer as you find your pyramid pose. And into your front knee, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back into your lunge, lower the knee. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift yourself to crescent. Exhale, press back, half splits, Hanumanasana. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, press back. One more like that. Press it back and then cross the hands over your front leg. Or maybe bring the hands to frame your foot. And walk yourself back forward. Pick up that front leg and sweep it right back into your 3-legged table. Square up your hip, bring your knee to your chin as you run your spine. Exhale, lengthen. Knee to chin. Exhale. One more, knee to chin, puff up the spine. And exhale, pulse it out to the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knee, readjust your hands, tuck your toes, hover your knees, find your core, find your upper body strength. Take that left knee across to your right wrist, bring the foot back one more time, and then press right back into a 3-legged dog with the leg long. Lower the foot, come forward into your high plank, lower to the knees, walk your hands a bit more forward, chaturanga, baby cobra, Lower your chest back down. Inhale, lift. And lower. One more, lift. And lower, tuck your toes, press right up to your plank on an exhale. Take the feet over to the left side plank, stagger the feet or stack them. Lift through your top hip. You could always bring the bottom knee down, so your left knee down. And then come back to center, child's pose, come off the hands. All right, we'll start to roll back up to table, readjusting our knees under our hips. Right foot steps forward, modify lunge. Inhale, lifting to crescent. Exhale, press back to your half splits. Inhale, stacking that knee over your ankle. Exhale, press back. One more. Exhale, press back, crossing the hands, evening out your hips so that you're not leaning to one side. Start to walk yourself back forward as you bend your knee. Pick up that leg, scoop it right back into your three-legged table. Knee to chin, rounding your spine. Extend the leg. Knee to your chin. Extend. And one more, knee to chin. Exhale as you extend. Bend in that knee, pulse the heel to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knee, tuck your toes, hover the knees, find space in your shoulders. Engaging your core again. And picking up that right knee, bring it across the opposite wrist for 1. Bring it back to hover and over for 2. Bring it back, scoop, back, three-legged dog. Root through your base heel. Lower your foot, come forward into your high plank. Lower to the knees, walk your hands forward, chaturanga. Lifting to a baby cobra. Lower your chest back down. Inhale, lift. And lower. One more. And lower, tuck your toes, press up on an exhale to your plank. Pivot the feet to the other side, should be our right, find your side plank. Lift from your top hip. Come back to center, lower the knees, and take a child's pose. Start to roll back up to table. Step our left foot forward. Inhale, lifting to crescent. Going through that flow again. Good so far? Getting a little hot, right? Press back to half splits, flex the toes. Inhale, maybe opening up the heart more. Exhale, pressing back. And one more, inhale. And exhale, pressing back, lower the hands instead of crossing the arms this time. Draw your heel towards you to wake up those hamstrings. So dig that heel into the mat. And walking yourself back forward. We're going to pick up that leg, bring it into your three-legged table. But this time you're going to take the knee to the outside of your elbow to tap. Scoop the leg back to your three-legged table. 2 more times, knee to elbow, finding those obliques. Scoop the leg back. 1 more. Scoop the leg back, tuck your toes, hover that knee and press right into your three-legged dog. Find a puppy being as you stack the hip, look underneath your armpit. You could always do this from a tabletop. Just find a bit of core, come forward into your three-legged dog, and then take that knee across your opposite wrist as you come forward to plank. Scoop back, three-legged dog. 2 more times. Scoop it back, and 1 more. Scoop that leg back, hold it there. Little pulses with the heel, but the leg long. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that foot all the way forward, bend into your back knee, lift up to full crescent, dip into your back knee, hands to your heart. Find a bit of stillness, catch your breath with me. Inhale, lengthen that front leg, reach the arms. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step yourself back into your plank, holding it here. 4 breaths. Rest in tabletop, child's pose, or down dog. Okay, we're gonna roll back up to table. Step our right foot between our hands. Inhale, lift yourself to crescent, modify crescent lunge. Exhale, press back, half splits. Inhale. Exhale, press it back. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, press it back and pause there. Pick up the sit bones, pressing your back hip forward. Draw your heel into the earth. Walk yourself forward as we bend into that front knee. Pick up the leg, scoop it back into your three-legged table. Knee to the outside of your arm for 3. Press it back for 2. Press it back. And for 1. Press it back, tuck the toes of the leg that's on the ground and press right into your three-legged dog. Find your puppy peeing as you look under your armpit. Let's go 3 rounds, bringing the knee to opposite wrist as you come forward into plank. Press it back to your three-legged dog. 2 more. Press it back. Knee to opposite wrist. Extend the leg, lower that foot. Come forward into your high plank. Take your full vinyasa or from the knees, chaturanga. Lifting to your cobra. Lower your chest back down. Maybe readjust the hands, tuck your toes, press up to plank on an exhale. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Step forward. And start to roll all the way up. Inhale, arms up as we come to stand. And then exhale, hands to heart. All right, good. Check my pulse. You know, it's a little still slower power so far. We're gonna do 40-second intervals. I'm gonna put the timer on of our squats. So it can be more of your goddess squat, or you can be a bit more narrow and just do your isolated squat. Or if you want, add a little hop in, your choice, wherever you need to be. 40 seconds on the timer, starting now. And try to keep your knees stacked over your ankles. Maybe pressing your hands back as you press the hips forward. Exhale at the top. Halfway. Three, two, and one. Tap it out, just walking side to side. Okay, your next one, you're gonna probably wanna face along at your mat. We're doing skater lunges. So we're gonna bring our leg over, tap, pick up that leg, cross it behind and tap. So moving from side to side, as many as you can in 40 seconds, starting at 3, 2, and let's go. So one knee stacks over ankle, the other one steps behind, tap the floor. You can always add in a little hop if you feel like you need it, but keep stable in your front leg. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and rest. Tap it out from side to side. If you have a block, bring it to the top of your mat. You're going to stand on one of your blocks if you're comfortable at the lowest level. I'm going to demo it out a block. The other knee is going to come up into your chest. I'm just going to do toe dips for 20 seconds on one leg and bring your knee up. If you don't have a block, then just bend into one knee, knee to chest, and just dip with that toe. You okay on the foam block like that? Yeah, it just gives some height so your toes aren't getting stuck. Okay, be careful. Starting in 3, 2, let's go. So one knee stays on, or one foot stays on the block, knee bend. Hands can be at the hips or at your heart, or you don't even have to use the block and just isolate. I just like the block for height. So think about dipping your toe into some water, pulling the knee back to your chest. Squeeze your glute as you do so, even out your hips. 3, 2, come off your block for a moment, pause. Take a breath. Exhale out. We'll set up on the other side, and I'll set up the timer. Starting in 3, 2, and let's go. So this should be glutes, should be quad. Exhale as you draw that knee up. Three, 2, and rest. Take an inhale and exhale, hands to heart. We'll come back to that first leg, cross our ankle over for a standing pigeon. You can stay here, or you can start to sit back in a chair pose, pressing your knee down. No timer anymore. Just back to our yoga. About halfway in standing pigeon if you feel like you need to sit a little lower, or maybe hook the toes around the back of your tricep. And then we'll slowly come back up, uncross that ankle, pause. That was fun. And let's do the other leg, crossing the ankle over, pressing our knee back. So think of almost standing lotus. And then as you sit into your chair, maybe it's just pressing down with that knee. Not every side is equal, as we know. Maybe you're sitting a little lower, maybe hooking the foot if it's available. This time we're going to stay right in our forward fold as we uncross that ankle. Find your forward fold. Maybe drop the head and rock it a few times from side to side. And we're going to make our way back down to our knees. So we'll come into those, this time 20 seconds. We're going to do 20 seconds of chaturanga push-ups. I'm going to recommend from the knees, but if you feel like you want to go from the toes, you're welcome to. So remember earlier we set up from table, but then we walk the hands forward and we're pressing the hips forward. I'll demo the first one. So narrow in your push-up as you lower down and then press it back up. So as many as you can within 20 seconds. I'm not going to be me and do 40, probably because I can't do 40 myself. Starting in 3, 2, and let's go. Exhale when you press up. Halfway. Three, 2, and press back to child's pose. That wasn't too bad, right? Okay, we're gonna come back to table. And this time from table, we're going to still walk the hands forward, finding that plank form. We're gonna take the hand to the opposite wrist to tap and then bring it back. The hand to the opposite wrist outside of it and bring it back. If you like, you could always move a block from side to side as an option, or just tap it out with the hand. Yeah, let's set up. We're doing 40 seconds this time. Setting up in 3, 2, let's go. Tap it from side to side. Making sure your hips are nice and stable. Halfway. And those shoulders, those arms should be on fire. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time as you come to child's pose, bring the palms together and bring the thumbs to the nape of the neck. Okay, we're gonna roll up to table. Our last one at 40 seconds is going to be a forearm plank hold. So you can either be full arms in the earth, but I'm gonna recommend joining me at that forearm, interlacing our hands, elbows under shoulders, and then stepping back and holding for 40 seconds. If you need to take a rest, you can lower to your knees. We're starting in 3, 2, and let's go. Bums down, shoulders stack, press your heels back. You're over halfway. Breathe through it. Exhale out. Ask yourself if you're getting tired. Oh, we're done. Oh, lower your knees, press back to child's pose. I'm laughing at myself. I'm like, oh, la la la. All right, we're gonna make our way to our spine. Maybe grab a drink of water on the way. It's a good sign. I think so. I'm glad I'm over here because I definitely did a little bit of a sweat in the workout. So we're going to do bicycles, but instead of yanking on the neck, I want you to lift your knee up and bring your elbow across and then lower. So instead of having the legs float like we usually do, we're just gonna do knee up to elbow and then lower and then switching sides. So I will put 40 seconds back on the timer for this one, starting now. So nice and slow, making sure you're being in control. Three, two, and rest. And we'll do one more for the obliques. So from the same formation with our feet down, we're going to be reaching our hands over to tap the ankle and then come back to center and then switch over to tap the ankle. If you're going to lift your head, though, be safe with your neck, or you could even bring your hands behind your neck, reach, tap, and then switch, moving from side to side. Starting in 3, 2, last bit of work, let's go. So we're tapping the heel, bring our hand behind our head, and just moving from side to side as we squeeze those obliques. Over halfway. In 3, 2, and rest. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Then let's cross our right ankle over our left thigh. Find your thread the needle. I know we did our standing pigeon, but still find another hip opener here. We'll take our legs up to the sky and viparita and just switch. Opposite ankle crosses. Take one more breath in our reclined pigeon or thread the needle. And then we'll uncross that ankle and windshield wiper our knees side to side. And if there are any final postures you wish to move through, maybe it's bridge pose, wheel, shoulder stance. Maybe it's a longer shavasana. Take as much time as you need to settle in. If you're joining me for shoulder stance, we're going to keep the head and neck aligned at center, so we're not looking away at all. Lift the legs up to the sky, and then bring our hands underneath the lower back, tucking our shoulders under. Hands are there to support the spine. And then finding your way into Shavasana. Taking an inhale through the nose and an exhale back out the nose. An inhale through the nose and exhale back out. Taking any little movement you may need to close your practice. And then finding your way to a favorite side. And we'll slowly come to seated and close our practice together. Hands to the heart, bowing the head down, thanking our body for this practice today, for its mobility and its strength, thanking our breath for being our guide, and thanking our mind for its clarity. Thumbs to our forehead for our kind thoughts, to our mouth for our kind words, and back to the heart space, Anahata, for compassion. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a great time at your core and more power yoga practice. Have a great evening. Namaste.